Hey everyone and welcome back to Trend Craze. What happened to Selena Gomez and her close friend after she donated her kidney to Selena? And how did Gomez react to The Weeknd's songs about her? Today we're going to be talking about Selena Gomez's top 3 biggest struggles that almost broke her. Make sure you stay until number 1 as you don't want to miss the most interesting information about Selena Gomez. Over 4 years is a long time to go between albums in pop music, and it has been an especially eventful period for Selena Gomez. The space between 2015's revival and her latest release, Rare, Gomez has battled depression and anxiety and had 2 high-profile breakups, all while millions of people followed along on social media. All of those public struggles formed the backbone for the songs on Rare, which debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 Albums chart. Gomez speaks about learning to take care of her mental health, trying to take control of her public narrative, and seeking closure throughout songwriting. Number 3. Biggest struggles became biggest inspiration. The biggest stereotype ever is that almost all celebrities and superstars had glamorous childhood and perfect parents who helped children to start a career. Not everyone knows that always stunning look Selena, whose Instagram photos collecting millions of likes has never been confident at school. It's hard to believe and blows our mind, but only few fans know how relatable and far from glamorous her childhood was. Selena's mother gave birth to her at the age of 16. Yes, so young, and the second fact which left the mark on her is that Selena's parents divorced when she was 5, and of course, that wasn't easy to cope with. As Gomez lately said, "I was frustrated that my parents weren't together and never saw the light at the end of the tunnel, because my mom was working hard to provide a better life for me." Sadly, but a lot of us can relate to that, the singer revealed that she was never confident in school. It is impossible to believe, but she didn't have many friends and would just sit in the back of a classroom doing her work. Who struggles hard always reaches heights. And this is what happened to Selena. After so many years of struggling, she finally got a chance at fame when she landed a recurring role on Barney and Friends and eventually joined the Disney Channel. Wizards of Waverly Place, Another Cinderella Story, Princess Protection Program, and The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody were just a few of her projects that thousands of us grew up watching. That insecure and shy girl that Selena had been in Texas was now seen on big screens, recording studio albums and performing in front of millions of people. Gomez was living the dream. She had what almost all teenagers girls dream of, a world-famous and a sweet boyfriend, Justin Bieber. It seemed like it was a never-ending fairy tale, but the dark times started when she less expected that. Selena and Justin broke up and got back together again several times. Only true fans know how hard that was for Selena Gomez. In between the breakups, Selena briefly dated Orlando Bloom, who is, by the way, 16 years older. Justin and Bloom even got into a fist fight in a restaurant one night because Justin was linked to Bloom's ex-wife, model Miranda Kerr, while Orlando was ostensibly trying to make them jealous by dating Bieber's ex-girlfriend. After that, Gomez swiftly moved on to Italian businessman Tommy Schiavra. But just a few months later, she was dating singer Zedd and then businessman Samuel Crost. However, romance and boyfriends were always causing tremendous pain and disappointment for Selena. Selena Gomez shared tears publicly over her broken heart more than once, and almost every time it was because of Bieber. After all, both Justin and Selena admitted they were each other's first true love, and we can all relate to how hard that is to get over. But the media and haters are often very insensitive to celeb struggles. Selena was often mocked for crying so much in her emotional interviews and performances. At the AMA in 2014, Selena gave a very emotional performance, almost bursting into tears. There was one other person in the audience who was on the verge of crying too, her best friend Taylor Swift. While many fans couldn't get enough of how sincere and brave Selena was for honestly sharing her feelings, haters were making fun of the ongoing drama. Gomez is an artist to her core, so none of that heartbreak just went throughout her. Selena managed to turn her painful experience into chart-topping hits like The Heart Wants What He Wants, Kill Them with Kindness, and I Want You to Know. Her biggest struggles became her biggest inspiration. When the Bieber phase seemed to be finally over, Selena's fans were hoping for a fresh start for her idol. In 2017, she started dating a rising rapper, The Weeknd. Unfortunately, their relationship didn't last more than 10 months. Though they blamed competing schedules as the cause of their breakup, Some fans were sure it was because The Weeknd still wasn't over his ex, Bella Hadid. And once again, poor Selena was allegedly trapped in ex-lovers drama. After losing the love of one's life and becoming bait to make another's ex jealous, anyone else might have lost their faith in true love. But not Selena. The singer found strength in her heart to remain good friends with The Weeknd. During quarantine, Selena posted a list of her favorite songs with The Weeknd's Snow Child featuring on it. Fans were shocked that she tagged him, and there seems to be no bad blood whatsoever, considering that half of The Weeknd's new album is about Bella. But whatever romantic turbulence she's been through, her best friend Taylor was always by her side. And yet a broken heart isn't the worst and unfortunately not the last horrible thing Selena has had to go through. Number 2. Health problems. In 2015, Selena was diagnosed with lupus and suffered from kidney failure for a long time. 2 years later, in 2017, she was desperately in need of a kidney donor. Finding a donor is a very long process, and the chances of finding a person who is a match are not that high. It was a blessing in disguise that Selena's friend Francia Raiza, who was living with her at the time, volunteered to get tested and turned out to be a perfect match. It was a blessing for Selena. However, her body rejected by a friend's kidney, and there was one more operation. But in the end, everything went fine. Haters and tabloids couldn't stay away from the latest news and started gossiping that because of the operation, Selena and Francia Raiza were not friends anymore. Girls never confirmed these rumors, and just look at them. They are still good friends, and this situation made their friendship even stronger. Number 1. Rose like a phoenix from the ashes. Such a fragile, but such a strong girl. This is how you can say about Selena, who has gone through so many problems. Once again, Selena proved how strong she is. In 2017, Selena served as executive producer for the series adaptation of the novel 13 Reasons Why. Gomez used her experience battling depression and anxiety to help create a show that educates society on how important it is to pay attention and help each other out. Gomez not only had a directional debut, but also released a new successful studio album, Rare. Her lead single on the album, Lose You to Love Me, quickly became a world hit. Moreover, Gomez is a big philanthropist who has partnered with UNICEF for a long time. Just last December in 2019, together with We Charity, she traveled to Kenya to meet the local community and visit schools built by the organization. It's hard to imagine a more sincere and fragile heart among other young adults in their industry. Unfortunately, the series of shocks wasn't over. In 2020, Selena finally revealed she was dealing with one more health issue: bipolar disorder. After going through so much in her life, Selena seems to finally believe in her own strength. This time, it was not her mom, Taylor Swift or Francia who helped her, but Gomez herself. We hope that Selena believes in herself as much as her fans have been doing for a long time, and now has the strength to pull herself through. Even quarantine didn't stop this beautiful girl. Just on April 13th, Amy Schumer interviewed Gomez about her life and career. It turns out that Selena is in full working mode over her makeup line, Rare. She revealed that she already has 48 shades of foundation and concealer. She wants it to be clear, eco-friendly, and easy on the face, but emphasized that makeup is not a must-have for girls to feel pretty. In the interview, she also finally expressed how she feels about still being dragged into the media over Justin, saying, "My intention was never to become a tabloid. I had to start opening up because people were talking away my narrative and it was killing me. I'm so young and I'm going to keep changing, and no one has the right to tell me how my life is going." We cannot imagine how hard it must be, but it's incredible how Selena is staying so strong. While you are here, go ahead and click one of these two videos on your screen. See you there.